the things you learn off our speakers and the things you learn off each other. So it's a pretty inclusive sort of a thing. Don't be frightened. We'll have questions at the end mostly, and we'll get your comments in. If you disagree with something, yep. If you agree with something, or you want to know something, please just stick your hand up, and I'll be asking this, that's for sure. Yeah.
All right. So thanks for making time to be here today, guys. Obviously, we would ideally be there in person. It's a pain in the proverbial for everyone.
Yeah, look, thanks, Peter. It does probably allude or segue us into a discussion about front losses. And I'd just be interested in who in the room there, probably particularly in pulse crops, chickies, etc., who's actually getting out and having a scratch around on the ground, looking for pulse losses off their front in particular. Forget about the machine for the minute. We'll just focus on the front. Who pulls up pretty regularly and just has a good look on the ground?
Hold on, Ben, I'll just do a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep, no worries.
Yeah.
So a visual check like that is obviously the first port of call, and
yeah, the algorithm that drives that is, you know, if you set it at one given speed, the faster you go, the greater the speed differential becomes. So you've got to tune it for the speed that you're going. Unfortunately, it's just the way that the manufacturers have done that algorithm.
Gentleman's not used to the microphone very much, but he does a good job on it. What are you talking there? Talking there.
Yeah, what do you do with the concave? You move it up, down, left or right, or what?
Yeah, sure. So basically what we do is we're going to set up the concave in the standard case configuration, which is parallel and square to the rotor, 81 millimeters off the left-hand side. We're then going to shift it exactly 10 millimeters to the right. Well, 8 to 10. That's about the ideal number, right? What that does is it moves our pinch point from the very bottom of the concave or the very bottom of the rotor. It moves it up on the left-hand side. And instead of it being a single bar pinch point, you'll find that 4 or 5 or 6 of those RAS bars are going to contact the concave, right? So what it's doing is expanding the thrashing surface area. The straw stays much more intact, so you get less sieve loading. It separates a lot cleaner, and your machine becomes much more forgiving. So, but at the same time, you got to put these in there, which are our little spiked RAS bar. I don't know if you can see the hook on there.
What do you got problems with then? Hold on. Oh. Mexican poppy. Michael, we got anything on Mexican poppies, do you think, with the harvest weed seed control? Because that is a problem up here with our growing our crops. Because what's the level for number of Mexican poppies you're allowed in a sample? Is it 1 seed? 2. So 2 seeds of Mexican poppy in the sample and you're out the back gate. So we got any information, do you think, or like it's a pretty tall weed? Are you familiar with Mexican poppy, Michael?
Yeah, I know Mexican poppy. Yeah, look, obviously, if it's finishing up in the grain sample, then it's coming through the harvester. And yeah, definitely, it would be a candidate for harvest weed seed control.